Currently, Indiana is one of only 10 states in the nation that has not raised its taxes. It is also one of 15 states that is not cutting education spending, as the Lieutenant Governor noted. I need you to appreciate what you're sitting on here, folks, because a lot of times Republicans just get a little fat and lazy with the good stuff. You take it for granted. How do you think we wound up in the mess that we were in 2006 and 2008? Because we got to Washington and we started acting like the very people we replaced. We went to state capitals and we started pretending to be Democrat light instead of being conservative, principled leaders. And guess what the voters did? Get out. It's not rocket science. If you believe in something, if you stand for something, then that's what you fight for every single day. You don't water it down. You don't try to make it relevant to someone else's issues. You stand on those principles and you speak truth to power. You lead. And it's time this party started leading again. You've got right here at home a great example of leadership in your governor, in your lieutenant governor, in your Senate, in your House, the mayors, the commissioners. You've got the leadership. Elevate it, lift it up, use it as a beacon, as a light for the rest of the nation to see. Because it's not watered down, it's principled. Put another way, America, I think, needs us, needs you, now more than ever. It's time to rise to the occasion. It's time to make our voices heard. And it's time to serve our country as the loyal opposition. I said a few weeks ago that the honeymoon was over for the president as far as I was concerned. That it was time that this party, and it would, speak truth to power. We will disagree, but we won't be afraid to disagree. And we won't be afraid to speak of that disagreement. Because while we disagree, we'll put forth a fresh, new idea. I love this, sort of, oh, you guys are the party of no. Yeah, you know what? You're right. No tax increases, no bigger government. No government ownership of GM and automotive industries. No government ownership of our banks. No government ownership of my property. No government ownership of my community. You better believe I'm the party of no. I'm saying no to an administration that wants to strip away my opportunity, wants to strip away my ability to reach the American dream for the sake of the government. We're at a turning point, ladies and gentlemen. And the first part of that turning point is that you and I tonight are declaring an end to the navel gazing. Are you with me? Lift your heads up, look to the future, and move in that direction. I'm so sick and tired of Republicans running around whining and moaning and complaining. You lost. Get over it. Move forward. It's your own fault in the first place. Recognize your problem and deal with it. You lost because you weren't principled. You lost because you had a contract with America, which, oh, believe this, they trusted you for. And you turned your back. And the American people didn't like that. So stop the whining and groaning and moaning. Oh, and another thing. Would you stop talking bad about each other for once? Would you recognize that, you know what, in this room everyone has an opinion, but we're all Republicans. We're all Republicans. We're Republicans for a reason. Think back to why you joined this party in the first place. I reflect on that every single day I'm in this job. Because it inspires me, it motivates me, and it reminds me of the values and the principles that I was taught by my family in my community because they're reflected in this party, in its platform, in the things that we believe in. So why am I going to beat another Republican up for that if they're standing here on the same platform I'm standing on? I'm not so much interested in what got you in the door. I'm just glad to have you in the house. But don't think because you come in the house that you're going to rewrite the rules, that you're going to strip away those values and those principles so that we can be like the other folks. Those values, those principles mean something. So I'm tired of the navel-gazing. I'm tired of the people looking down. I want you to look up. I'm tired of people coming up and saying, I'm a Republican too. What are we whispering for? Be proud, for goodness sakes. Look, folks, I'm a black, Roman Catholic, conservative Republican from Washington, D.C. and Maryland, and I talk up pretty loud. All right? Heck, at least you got more than 6 Republicans around you. Say it loud. I'm GOP proud. It means something. And I'm here tonight to tell you America wants to hear that again. They do. The second turning point for us, and this is really juicy, and Democrats are in power. Folks, they own the show now. They got 60 votes. They got 60 votes. They got the White House. They got the House. This is their stuff. None of this, oh, gee, well, we got to wait till like maybe 8 or 9 months, maybe even a year before, President Obama, this is really his economy. No, baby, this is all his right now. All his right now. You can't blame George Bush for this mess. You can't. I'm sorry. I mean, because the deficit that George Bush had is like that much of what he's just created in 6 months. So are you going to tell that story? Are you going to speak truth to power with respect to what's happening? Or are you just going to lay back and let it happen and moan and groan about it? You get to answer the question. But I want you to know that at the national level with your chairman, your national committee man and woman, we're going to speak truth to power. We're laying down a platform, if you will, for this party to stand on and to run on in 2009, this November, in the great state of Virginia. We have an opportunity here to stop the hemorrhaging in the South and to reestablish and reaffirm, again, those core principles of leadership that we believe in, with a strong candidate who resonates across the state. And in New Jersey, come on, New Jersey? Our candidate's ahead by 10 points in New Jersey. What is that telling you? America is looking and they're listening and they're hungry for truth. They're hungry for leadership. And if we only provide it, they'll accept it.